Alrighty guys, as you keep bringing us another Dragon Ball Legends TOP walk, or well, not the walkthrough, this is the guide video for season 102. So last season we ended off at rank 400 or 4,135, which is pretty good. We did use a standard regeneration team. I believe we did, yes, so we used the Ultra Cell and we used the free-to-play cell, both of which are very, very good. If you want my personal opinion on who is better as the red unit, the Cell versus the Zamasu, I think I do have to go with the Cell just because he's helping out the team a little bit more, whereas Zamasu is a little bit more greedy. He's just more so focused on himself. Now comparing them though, like in terms of individual usefulness rather than team usefulness, I do believe that a 14-star Zamasu does edge out the 5-star Cell. I mean, again, you guys might have multiple copies, different variables may come into play there. Before we continue with the video, I had to give a massive shout out to Doom, to Aflac, to the entire Discord server for helping make these guides possible. They would not be as good as they are without them. There will be a couple links in the description down below if you guys want to go ahead and show some love and support to them. One of them is the Celestial server, the Discord server that's managed by Doom himself. And then the second one is the official Dragon Ball Legends Discord server where they are also helpers. So if you need further TOP help, definitely go ahead and check out those links. Or before we get into our first topic, remember there will always be timestamps in the description down below. That way you guys can go ahead and get to where you need to go. Also, really quickly, get your friendship rank up, bro. I say this every single season, but it is important. You do want your friendship rank up. This is my Zamasu stats at friendship rank 10. That's where it caps. You want your units at friendship rank 10. And then to the side, let's get a little side-by-side going on right here. These are his regular stats. And so you're going to see a difference between those two. You're going to see an increase in the TOP stats because your friendship rank directly influences the TOP stats. And then now moving on to our pathing, we have part 1, part 2 right here on the left and right hand side respectively. This is a color-coded little guide or pathing right here for you guys. That way you guys can indicate where your boost is going to be starting. Obviously the gray path, that is like where you're getting essentially almost little to no boost. You don't really have to worry about bringing in your S tiers, your Z tiers there. But once you hit a fight 15 all the way through 25, it starts ramping up exponentially. So once you get into fight 15, that's when you're going to start bringing out your S tiers, your Z tiers, all that stuff. As for the season itself, first half looks incredibly easy with only one difficult fight right there. We don't even have the boss fight on the first half listed as a difficult fight because it's not going to be that bad. But once we get into the second half, you're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 difficult fights all smushed into that part 2. So definitely just be cautious, play safe, all that. The normal stuff from every single season, right? And then to pair with this, with the pathing itself, we have the color wheel provided by Aflac right here. This is going to basically kind of just tell you what colors to expect a lot of for the season. For threatening reds, there's going to be 5 of them. Yellows is 3. Purples, there's 5. Green, there's 2. And then for blues, there's 4, right? So this is pretty helpful in the fact that, say you want to bring in 1,000,000 purples. I would say that's probably not the smartest idea, since there's only 2 threatening greens that you really have to worry about, right? And then there's only 3 yellows that are really threatening, so it's not like your purples are going to get absolutely slammed into the floor. But for example, if you were to bring a team of mono yellow, there's a good chunk of threatening reds right there on the difficult fights, right? That would definitely hurt you in the long run. And then next we do have the cover change predictions. Generally speaking, blast teams are going to have an easier times when it comes to cover changes, right? When it comes to dealing with them. For strikes, there's 15 strike cover changes this season. That's insane, dude. That's a lot. That's a significant amount. And this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be running strike teams, but it's just something to be aware of again, right? I probably am going to use a strike team this season, even though it's going to put us at a little bit of disadvantage in terms of coming into all those cover changes. For Blast, there's only 4 cover changes, but at least there's no universal cover changes that we have to worry about. So now what we're going to do is we're going to basically go over our actual path and just highlight some units that I think you should know about, right? We're not going to go into too much detail, but for example, this first fight that you come across in the main path at least, you do have this Beerus right here. Beerus does stun you on turn 2. So obviously you do want him to get out of the way, kill him first, obviously. And then this Whis, he isn't one of the stunners. This is one of the free-to-play Whis actually. This guy's still annoying though, because he's going to be debuffing you. Specifically, I remember him debuffing our key restore speed, and that's what is the most annoying thing right here. Minus 10% to key recovery for 2 turns, but at least you don't have to worry about a stun from him. Alternatively, you do have this fight right here to the left of you. This fight is detrimental for strike teams because this Android 18 actually debuffs your strike damage specifically. It's still doable 100%, but I've even had difficulty with this fight on a blast team. So next we do have this LOE team, or specifically a Frieza team. No stunning red Frieza, so you don't have to worry about a turn 1 stun here, but you do have to worry about this guy. For blast teams, you do take out this guy first because he gets a super upon mitigating a blast arts. He has a low key restore speed, so you can just go ahead and proc that and kill him turn 1. Don't even let him get the super off. If you're a strike team, you don't have to really worry about him at all because you're not even going to be giving him that blue card. Next, we do have this Mohawks fight that only consists of the Tapions and the Zamasus. Avoid the bottom row. The bottom row is going to be debuffed by the blue Zamasu, and the blue Zamasu is also going to be your last priority target because once you do hit him, he's going to be inflicting you with some extra debuffs. The Tapions are all kind of annoying here too, but I think the blue Zamasu is the most important unit. Next, we do have this fight. This fight I think is actually used to be pretty common. So 2 stuns here. So this is the regular Whis, the premium one, not the free-to-play one. He has a stun at the beginning of turn 2. This Beerus has a stun at the beginning of turn 2. If you can kill both of them in turn 1 before they even get that off, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. If not, I would say at least just go for one of them so you can avoid at least 1 stun. You know what I mean? And then turn 3, you do have to kill this Piccolo before turn 3. He actually has a relatively high key restore speed, and he will super attack you on turn 3. So we do have this Boo fight. This fight it has a lot of cover changes. It's really annoying. So obviously Boo tanks is high priority here. He blue cards you turn 1. But you can kill him before, as long as you have high key restore speed units, you can kill him before that even happens. The Ultra Kid Buu, he has high damage for your mid priority. Super Buu stuns a unit on turn 3. The Buhan has a strike cover for a unit. I'm not too sure which unit it's going to be until we actually get the team formation out. But those are the main units. The Legends Limited Kid Buu and the Evil Buu are pretty much low priority units. So then now you go into this is the second half of the board, by the way. You have the Vegeta clan. So your high priorities here, you actually have 4 of them. So the Sweater Trunks, the Sword of Hope Trunks, and obviously the Tag unit. Tag units are just annoying in general. But also the Green Mai. Green Mai will stun you at the end of turn 2, so heading into turn 3 essentially. But obviously you don't want to get stunned. You do want to avoid that. So 4 high priorities is a little bit annoying. So next we do have this fight right here. It actually, I mean, not gonna lie, this does seem like super easy at first, but there are a couple units you do want to be aware of. Both of the Deborahs are actually high priority. The red Deborah is like providing support for his team, and then the blue Deborah, he's stunning you at the end of the first turn, so heading into turn 2. Next, we do have this Goku Black fight. This one is pretty rough. Ultra Rose, he's going to be the fastest unit here. He has the Ultra stats. He's going to blue card you on turn 1, which also stuns you on top of everything, right? So that's a little bit rough right there. And then I would also say that the blue Goku Black is high priority, the green Zamasu is high priority, the red Goku Black is mid priority, and then CMZ, they're mid priority as well. You have to be careful with him because he can build up his super attack if you take too long, if he takes too many hits. Stuff like that, right? Because he's also like building up his super attack pretty quickly. And then for your like last unit that you need to take out is going to be the blue Zamasu, because he's debuffing you once you do hit him. You also have to avoid the bottom row because he's debuffing that area as well. So you don't want to get hit with double debuffs. You know what I mean? And then you have this alternate fight right here. So Whis is going to stun you on turn 2. Just kill him before he does that. And then this purple Vegeta is usually taken out last for blast teams, just because he has a blast mitigation. So next we have this fight. I don't know how hard this fight is going to be for you guys. I don't think this is going to. I think the biggest like curveball here is that there's 3 purples. So in my head at least, I would imagine I want to bring a yellow or 2 to this fight. But the Super 17, like, he actually thrives off of having a yellow on the enemy team, because if he's attacking one of your yellow units, he then gets a 50% chance to follow up that attack with another attack, and he just has really high damage. So you do have to be careful about that. Plus he's able to have the mitigation, right? The blast mitigation. The green 17 has the blast mitigation. You're getting debuffed by this guy over here, this purple 17. So you do have to be cautious about this fight. Don't take it lightly. So next we do have this fight, this Broly fight. you pretty much in turn 1 you have to either kill the Ultra Broly or the Red Broly. I probably would go for the Red Broly if I'm being real honest with you. They both have a turn 2 stun. Again, if you can kill both of them turn 1, amazing, beautiful, fantastic work. But I probably would just kill the Red Broly, just that way he doesn't get a chance to transform, because he is going to transform turn 3. You don't want him to do that, because then he just gets a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, so double stun right off rep right there, that's going to be a little bit annoying. And then you do take the free-to-play Broly last. And then you have this Ginyu Force fight. I mean, I don't think this is the worst thing in the world. High priorities here is definitely going to be the 3 tag units, plus this Goku. So four high priorities here, because the Goku does have a chance to double attack, which is a little bit unfortunate. And then you do take the revival unit last, just because of the revival aspect. And then alternatively, you do have this PO fight right here. So you do have the Jiren, who's stunning you turn 1, has good damage. You have this Frieza right here, who has the ability to mitigate a blast arts, and in return gets 100% to a special move gauge. Blast teams take him out first. Strike teams, you don't really have to worry about that guy, thankfully for you. And then the free-to-play Broly, you are going to take him out last. And then for your last fight, it is against double UI Goku. So Jiren stunning you turn 1. Obviously this guy, he does have the guaranteed double attack. He's able to he's getting a guaranteed blue card if you hit him with the blue card and don't kill him with it. Unfortunately, doomgeta knows a lot more about that than I do. And then this UI right here, he also has the mitigation, damage mitigation, plus he hits you, right? Because he evades and then deals damage to you. You have a tag unit. This Vegeta has blast cover change. I think Beerus is the only like fodder unit. I honestly cannot tell you what this Beerus does, but 5 high priorities here is going to be a little bit rough. And that is it for our pathing. Let me know if there's any other fight on this board that we probably should have discussed in a little bit more detail, or at least highlighted some of the units. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to our top teams for the season. If you guys get lost on any of the graphics due to the icons, please refer back to this image right here. This is going to be the key, the legend, whatever you want to call it. That's going to tell you what each of the icons indicate in terms of the graphics for the teams. Now we have our top teams right here. This is the team I'm going to be using. It is going to be a Taunthan team. The only reason why I'm going with this team is because I want to try out the new Goku. So we're going to talk about him a little bit later on in the video, but he is buffing Sun Family, so we're going to throw him on this team in place of the Blue Beast Gohan. From what me and Doom have discussed already, it looks like this guy's a little bit, a downgraded version of the Beast Gohan, so Beast Gohan is probably going to be better for you, so I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you guys don't have the new Goku, just go ahead and put on the Blue Beast Gohan. Of course, I had to make some adjustments to my boost characters because I don't have that blue Super Saiyan Gohan that is in Z tier, so I would have to go ahead and replace him with this purple Gohan, which is going to be a little bit of a easier access for you guys. And then we have Yellow Goten for our S tier, making that 30% possible. So let's go ahead and see how this plays out for us. I actually have high hopes for it, and I'm excited to see the Daima Goku in action.
A few moments later.
Low-key, I'm going to do it, guys. So change of plan, we are going to be using Daima Goku on the team. I feel like this is going to be heat. For the next team we're going to talk about is the Majin Buu Saga. This is a team I really do want to try out just because, dude, those EXs just look so sus to me. The boost EXs, the red Deborah and the green Gotenks, but Doom has assured me that they perform. He has assured me. So I need to see it for myself once I do get some more stars on my Buu duo, since I have him at 2 stars right now. The only change from this team for this season compared to last season is we subbed out the free-to-play Super Saiyan 3 Goku for the Ultimate Gohan. That way, because the Ultimate Gohan is just going to have better damage output overall. For your core unit here, it is going to be Pui, that's your base or your max HP base ability or Z ability buffer, and then you do have the yellow 18 for the extra heals on board. Next, we do have Frieza Force. I feel like this is a popular team. Maybe not as popular as I think, just because they always have like the same high tiers. I don't know. For your boost units, you do have 3 S tiers. You have the Monray, you have the Raspberry, and you have the Navel. Navel also counts as a core unit since he's providing a good amount of support, plus acting as a pseudo healer. Revival Frieza, also another core unit. Those two essentially never leave the team. Revival Frieza is a revival unit, so he's going to have immense value just alone off of that. Plus, he has support and pseudo heals as well. I would definitely say the star of the show here, though, is going to be that Golden Frieza, since he's getting a guaranteed turn 1 blue card. You always want Golden Frieza on the golden tile, the yellow tile, whatever you want to call it, so you can upgrade the special move into the ultimate arts, and then that allows you to debuff the enemy team pretty significantly. And similarly to LOE, or to Frieza Force, I don't know if I got those names mixed up on the last one, but we also have LOE right here. So you're going to have 2 boost units. You're going to have 2, it's Z tiers, 2 Z tiers, so getting 40%. And remember, you pretty much just want to a minimum of 30%. But you have the yellow metal cooler, and then you have the EX Frieza, the green one right there. So pretty easy, or well, at least the Frieza is an easy unit to have right there, right? For your core units, you do have Chilled, that's your HPZ ability buffer, and then you have the Revival Frieza, that's going to be your support plus pseudo heals, and then Golden Frieza, again, that's turn 1 super attack is extremely strong. Plus he has a high key restore speed, so that helps out a ton as well. And you also have 3 stuns here. So you have the Legends Limited Frieza stun, the Zenkai Cooler stun, and the Red Frieza stun. Next, we have the Blast Base Saiyans team right here. No core units on the squad, but for your boost units, you do have the Purple Bardock. I know it's going to be a little bit tricky for some of you guys, especially I don't have that Purple Bardock, so I would probably have to opt for running 3 S tiers rather than a Z tier and an S tier right here, right? One of your S tiers is going to be the Fasha, though. Fasha is pretty good. She has a stun on a Blast Arts hit, so you can go ahead and take advantage of that a little bit. And then for on the main team, you have the red Vegeta up there, the free-to-play Vegeta, who acts as a healer. Support, you have Revival Nappa. Revival units are just goated. The less stars you have on him, the better, low-key. You kind of want him to revive. Most of the time, your revival units don't get a lot of revive time. I've only had maybe like 2 or 3 seasons where my revival cell actually revived, the red one. And then you have the tag unit. You get double tag units here with the Vegeta Trunks and with the Buu Duo, who also, the Buu Duo gets a Transcendent Kamehameha on turn 4 guaranteed, which is going to be a lot of your damage. Very good for cleanup. And then you have the Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 full power and the Zenkai Yellow Bardock. Next, we do have the Saiyan Strike team. So boost units, you have 3 STs here. You have the Blue Nappa providing really good debuffs. You have the Red Turles, very good survivability, just all around a good unit. And then you also have the green Namek Goku, the EX, who should have the healer icon. I just forgot to put it on there, but he is a healer. He heals to the tiles to the left and to the right of him. He's pretty good. I feel like he has a lot of usability. He's always pretty much in the high tiers. He's pretty good. And then you have double tag units here, the Goku Frieza, and then the Zenkai Goku Vegeta. You have MUI Goku, has the evade mechanic, just a really good unit. Tag unit of the Super Saiyan 4s, and then guaranteed blue card on turn 2 with the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. And we also have included the Blue Daima Goku onto the graphic because he can be used here. He just doesn't make it onto the main team, unfortunately. Next, we do have androids right here. So your boost unit is going to be the Z tier android. Is that 14? I want to say that's 14. Or it might be 15. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. But he's Z tier, and then you have your S tier, Cell Jr. Cell Jr. I hear that he's in the like summon pool a little bit more frequently. He might be a little bit easier for you guys to pull. You do have only a few Z tier options, unfortunately, and they're all a little bit rough. And then for your core units, there is none. The closest thing to a core unit you have on this team is going to be the yellow Zenkai EX Cell. He acts as a healer and HPZ ability buffer, so he is pretty nice to have on the team. I honestly don't really see him get removed from this team. Same thing for MVP 17. He's pretty much always here. You have the tag unit with the Gamma 1 and 2. You have a stun with the Android 21. You have Purple 17 debuffs and support, and then you have the Super 17. That dude destroys yellow units. He's really strong. And of course, if you have the Ultra Cell, I actually do think Ultra Cell is better here over the Super 17, but some of you guys might have more confidence in a Super 17 or just have the Super 17 and not have the cell. Next, we do have regeneration. Core unit is Super Baby 2. He will never leave this team. Never, ever, ever. For your boost units, you do have the Z tier yellow metal cooler and then the S tier red metal cooler. I like that red metal cooler a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I didn't have a lot of playtime with him, but he's pretty consistent, I would say. And then for the main team, you do have double guaranteed super attacks here with the Buu tanks on turn 1, the Yellow Legends limited Piccolo on turn 3. This Piccolo on the graphic is 3 stars, bro. That's not my Piccolo. Just letting you guys know right now. And the recommendation is the pink star, meaning that he should be above 7 stars, right? Doesn't mean 14 stars, but definitely above 7 stars, and Zenkai. You have the green Piccolo for debuffs. He's pretty good. The purple cell is fantastic. I wish I had that purple cell at an adequate amount of stars, but I don't. And then the Zamasu is also really, really strong. I pretty much have used him on every regeneration run since his Zenkai. Next, we do have regeneration, but the strike-based version, we have to try this out sometime. It looks a little sketch, but we should try it out sometime. Again, core unit is going to be Super Baby 2. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Maybe the Purple 21. I'm not sure. Should Purple 21 be a core unit on this one? Because she is the HPZ ability buffer. I don't know if she's going to be replaced anywhere here. But for your boost units, Z tier Yellow Piccolo is going to act as a healer, and then S tier Red Piccolo. He has pretty good strike damage, honestly. You could see right here the boost units are almost damn near non-existent. Like it's a little bit rough for strike regeneration. But core team, you do have the free-to-play Zamasu. We have the Zenkai Zamasu, who's probably the bread and butter of this team. Ultra Kid Buu could be replaced by Super Baby 2 as well. And then you have the purple Zenkai Cell. That guy's actually really strong too, so doesn't look bad. Next, we got Sagas from the movies. This is the blast-based version right here. Core unit is going to be Roshi. That's your HBZ ability buffer. For your boost units, you have the Zenkai Yellow Cooler and not the Zenkai Yellow Cooler, just the regular EX Yellow Cooler. And then the purple Bardock, both of which are kind of hard units to come across. So I do apologize about that. There are multiple Z tier replacements plus S tier, and you only need the 30% minimum. There's 40% on this team, so if you want to do a Z tier and an S tier or 3 S tiers, you definitely can go ahead and figure something out right there. For the main team, you do have the Ultimate Piccolo support, or I always never know what to call that Piccolo. Like I always call him like Ultimate Piccolo, I call him Superhero Piccolo, I call him Yellow Piccolo. There's a lot. But you have double stuns here. You have the Zenkai Green Cooler stun, the Red Frieza stun. You have a tag unit with the Goku Piccolo, and then you also have the free-to-play Broly for the debuffs. Next, we do have the strike-based version. I think this is the stronger team out of the two for the Sagas. For your boost units, you have the Green Frieza. Green Frieza is a really reliable high-tier unit. As you can see, he's also on the LOE teams and the Frieza Force teams for the most part. And then you have the free-to-play S-tier Android 13. So you have the 30% boost right there. For the core team, you have for the main team, you have a core unit of Pan HBZ ability buffer. You have Fat Go Tank support. You have both of the Beast Gohan. Well, I mean, Blue Beast Gohan and Yellow Beast Gohan, both of which are incredible damage dealers. You have the tag unit, the tag Zenkai units. And then you have a guaranteed super attack on turn 1 with the God Coup. Next, we got event exclusive right here. So you have 2 core units. You have Naval, also doubling as one of your S tiers. This guy, obviously, he provides support for 3 tag for Frieza Force event exclusive and episode Namek Saga, I believe it is. So he's going to be a mainstay on the team. He pretty much never goes anywhere. He also acts as a pseudo healer. Pui Pui is going to be the HBZ ability buffer for event exclusive. And then for your S tiers, Naval, Monray, Raspberry, getting that 30% for your team. And remember, you only want to reach that 30% as well. You have the yellow 18 for a healer. You have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku for support for the team. And then, well, you have the red free-to-play. They're all free-to-play. Everyone should be 14 stars here, by the way. So you have the blue Bulma and then the red Sin Shenron. Next, we do have GT core unit, Super Baby 2. Never going anywhere. And then for your boost units, you have the Green Trunks EX, kind of a hard unit to have. Again, I do apologize. Not too many options for the boosts either. And then you have the Sin Shenron, the EX for your S tier, so getting that 30% still. For your main roster, you have the Majub, the Parasite Trunks. I like that Parasite Trunks a lot. We used him a lot. And then the Purple 17 has really good debuffs for the enemy team, plus support for your own team. And then you have the Omega Shenron, the blue one, and then the red Sin Shenron, the free-to-play one. Then for the secondary team, the strike-based version of GT, this one is cooked, bro. I probably wouldn't recommend this team unless like you main GT. specifically the strike one, there is no boost replacements. Like, you have to run these boost units or you're just cooked. I mean, I think it is still doable with like the A tiers and stuff like that, but it's slim pickings for this team. For your boost units, you have the Zenkai Kid Goku, the GT one. Well, obviously the whole team is GT, but that guy gets 50% to his blue card every fight. So he's getting his super every other fight, essentially. You have the red Majub, and then you have the blue Shinjiro that's providing support for the entire team, getting that 30% right there. And then core units of the Super Baby 2, of course, you have the Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you have tag units, you have the Zenkai Super Saiyan 3 Kid Ku. That guy gets a guaranteed turn 1 stun, and then you have the Ultra Gogeta 4. Next, we have Powerful Opponent. I think this is another one of those teams that I do want to try out a lot. Just because it's pretty consistent. I feel like there's not too many substitutions for this team. So you have your core unit of the yellow Broly, HP Z ability buffer, and then for your Z tier, you have the red Frieza, and then the EX blue Cooler for Z and S tier. So getting that 30% right there. And there's quite a bit of replacements for, at least for the S tiers. So if you want to throw on 3 S tiers, not too many replacements for the Z tiers, unfortunately. For your purple unit, you could easily just swap out that purple Rose for the Zenkai Purple Cell. I kind of want to say he would perform better. Low key, hey, I'm just saying. I think he would perform better. You have the Garlic Jr. right there. That guy has really good support. We've used him on regeneration. He thrives in a strike-based setting. So we were actually kind of nerfing him on our Blast team. You have the Zenkai LF Broly, Rose getting a guaranteed blue card right off rip, can turn that bad boy into an ultimate, and then the Zamasu, that dude is just the GOAT. He's such a strong damage dealer. And then for the last tag we're going to talk about is going to be Hybrid. So this is the strike version, core unit of Pan HPZ ability. For your Z tier, the purple Gohan, and then the S tier yellow Goten, who is a guaranteed super attacker for turn 2. For your main roster, you have Blue Beast, you have Yellow Beast, you have Fat Gotenk support, you have the Zenkai Trunks, that guy is super duper strong, and then you have the Revival Purple Gohan, who also acts as a pseudo healer. That guy is, he's just gonna get value off the revival, and if you can get him to revive, that's even better. This guy, I don't know who made this team specifically, but that's a 14-star freaking revival Gohan, bro. That dude is not reviving. That's a little bit unfortunate. Last but not least, we have the blast-based version. So Pan is still going to be your core unit here. HPZ ability buffer, double Z tiers here for the 40%. Remember, you only need a 30% minimum, so you could replace one of those for an S tier. You have the green Trunks, who I probably would replace because I don't have that green Trunks, and then the purple Gohan. And then for the main roster, you have the Grunks tag unit, you have the Ultimate Gohan, you have the Beast Gohan yellow, because he fits on both teams. He's fantastic. He's brilliant. You have the free-to-play blue Gohan, and then you have the Revival Gohan. The Revival Gohan could easily be replaced by the Ultra Green Gohan. I actually think he's better, the Ultra Green Gohan. So now for the final segment of the video, we're going to be taking a look at some of these new characters, specifically this Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So let's take a look at this ToP stats right here. He restores speed at Friendship Rank 1 is 2,522, which is pretty damn high. He does have the blue card and the ultimate. And then for his first ability, 100% to damage inflicted, 20% to strike damage. So you do kind of want him on a strike team and not really a blast team. Minus 20% or 20% cut, and then 20% to key recovery. So he's going to be fast as hell. I don't know if he's going to be faster than the Blue Beast Gohan, but or actually, I mean, we could do numbers right now. We could do math right now, but I don't want to. Start of the first turn, you get another 10% to key recovery, 10% to special move gauge. Turn 2, 10% to damage inflicted, 10% to key. Oh, he's faster than Blue Beast. I'm sorry. I wasn't familiar with your game. Another 10% to special move gauge. Start of the third turn, 10% to damage inflicted, and you upgrade your special move arts to the ultimate. He does have a strike cover that's health gated by 50%, which is better than the normal 30% we usually see. And on a strike arts hit, he gets health back by 1% 2 times, 10% to damage inflicted for 2 turns, and 10% to special move gauge. On special move ultimate arts activation, you restore your health by 3%, 30% to damage inflicted, 30% to crit rate, and you cancel your attribute downgrades at normal conditions. So he definitely looks strong. And just the fact that he's buffing all these tags, plus he's buffing his own max HP Z ability, that's pretty strong. Next, we have Majin Buu. Unfortunately, this guy is not regeneration, so I don't... Not that I don't care about him, but Daima is not going to have a team, bro. even if they do have a full 8-man squad, they don't have high tiers. So it's like, it's kind of cooked, right? So Q restore speed 2,379, not terrible. Definitely can be increased with friendship rank. Has the blue and the ultimate. Burst ability 70% to damage inflicted, 20% cut, 10% to ki recovery, so that helps out significantly. On strike or blast arts, I guess he could fit on both teams. For both the strike team and the blast team for Daima that we definitely do have. 10% to own damage inflicted for 2 turns, minus 10% to damage inflicted for 2 turns to the enemy, and minus 10% to health restoration for 2 turns for the enemy, of course. On receiving an attack, you restore your own health by 5%. That's a pretty good amount. 10% to own special move damage inflicted for 2 turns, 15% to own ultimate damage inflicted for 2 turns, 15% to own special move gauge, and it will take effect even if there's a cover change in play. Has the strike cover change, health gated by 30%. Started the second turn, 10% to damage inflicted, 10% to ki recovery, and you nullify attribute downgrades 2 times. On the third turn, 10% to damage inflicted, 10% to ki recovery, 30% to own special move gauge, and cancel downgrades at normal conditions. And on special move arts hit, 15% to own ultimate damage inflicted. Upgrades own special move arts activates once, so that's pretty good, honestly. And then inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 10% to special move gauge charge rate for 2 turns. Yeah, so I mean, he looks good. He looks good, right? It's just, how usable is he? Unless you slap him on like some sort of random team, I don't know. Like that one season we used Raditz on regeneration just because I liked his kit a lot. I don't know. And then the last thing is we'll talk about this Zenkai Goku, the mini Goku. I don't know if he's made it on, I haven't even updated his little PNG icon to have the Zenkai icon. So let's look at these maximum stats and see like if there's a notable difference from the last time I read his kit, which I don't remember. So 2,322 ki restore speed at friendship rank 1, only has the blue card, no ultimate no ultimate. 80% to damage inflicted, 15% cut, has a health restoration by 1%, activates 2 times, 10% to damage inflicted, 15% to ki recovery, 15% to damage inflicted on attack, and 20% to special move gauge charge rate on attack for 1 turn. On receiving a strike or blast, you restore your health by 1%, activates 3 times, cancels downgrades in normal conditions, and obviously it still takes effect even if an ally performs a cover change. According to battle turn, allies in range, so he's a supporter as well. First turn, 10% to ki recovery. That low-key is fire. Second turn, plus 20% to damage inflicted, and then third turn, 10% to special move gauge. So he would actually make your units fast as hell, bro. I kind of like that. What is he buffing again? He's buffing Saiyan, Daima, and some family-based strike and blast attack. Maybe he is good, bro. What if we used him on our Taunthan team? I don't know. And that's going to go ahead and conclude the video for this guide video. So stay tuned for the part 1 of the walkthrough. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button. Later.